welcome to CSR Live. Today we have with us Ankit Puri, a 17-year-old student of Step by Step School Noida, who is also the founder of Voiceless India, a campaign which has been initiated to spread awareness about animal welfare. Ankit, thank you so much for joining us for this chat today.
Thank you.
So, Ankit, tell us, you are currently in the midst of a campaign to help animals in the Noida area. Tell us more about the activities that you've got planned for this month.
So for this month, we have actually initiated a workshop month, like that's called the Voiceless India Workshop Month. And in that thing, we have 4 Saturdays, consecutive Saturdays, in which we have we're going to a school in Geja village, and it's a school for the underprivileged, and we are conducting like consecutive workshops on all the 4 Saturdays. So the first 2 Saturdays of the month, we conducted workshops on environmental sustainability, and which involved a lot of recycling activities and reusing stuff and all of that, so that we can sensitize the children towards such issues. And now the remaining 2 Saturdays will be on animal abuse and animal cruelty. So we'll be focusing on that aspect, which is like I think the major aspect of Voiceless India.
Right. So, young boys and girls are often loving towards animals and they care for animals, but you seem to have taken it to a whole new level by organizing, a proper formal campaign, so to sort of reach out and help animals. What inspired you to start Voiceless India at such a young age?
Talking about the inspiration, I think because I've been a volunteer with Friendly Cause. Friendly Cause is an animal welfare shelter in Delhi. So I've been a volunteer with them for quite some time, and the inspiration was looking at the animals that come over there, like they're in distress, and the plight of those animals that come there. That was actually the inspiration that got me, thinking about launching a campaign. And as you said, that the reason why I launched a formal and organized campaign was that it just looks more appealing to people, and that's how that's how people try to get involved with you. They try to reach out to you, and that's our main aim, so that we can sensitize as many people as we can, and have a team, delegate responsibilities. So as you know, Reena, she works as our media outreach head. We have Gurbani, Tanvi, who work with our activities and all for the workshops. We have Asta, who actually only focuses on the environmental sustainability part, so she designs workshops in that way. And we have a different creative director also, Ikisha, who helps us to draw, who creates sketches and drawings and all that we use as posters and all of that. So we have actually delegated responsibilities, which I feel that it wouldn't have been possible if it was not an organized or formal campaign. And that's actually the main reason why I have created a campaign to basically to reach out to more people and spread more awareness, which is our purpose.
So tell us, through your campaign, you've been advocating easy and affordable ways of helping animals. Can you share some of those with us?
Yes. So there are a lot of ways by which one can help animals. It's not that you always have to launch a campaign or something like that, but some of the ways that that you can adopt are such as you can ask your local cushion manufacturer to create certain mattresses for the stray dogs who sleep outside your colonies and the complexes, and and that's actually going to be helpful, especially in the winter months that are coming up, because it gets really cold in Delhi, and so I think that this would be a very useful thing for the stray dogs. Or it's very important for us to even feed the stray dogs around us, because in this world where we live in cities and all, which are so urbanized, it's quite difficult for animals to find food and fetch water and all for themselves, which is clean and consumable. So if we can give them a small bowl of porridge cooked in some water and some milk, and there's this sort of food, it's a variety of pedigree, it's called chappy, and it's quite affordable for giving to stray dogs. It's like it costs 2,200 for 20 kgs, so you can feed about 5 to 7 stray dogs for approximately a month, which is I think quite a bit. So these are some affordable ways. Also, volunteering in your nearest animal shelter. So that's like there are quite a few animal shelters in Noida itself, and of course in Delhi there are even more. So you can actually volunteer there to help them out with their reception work, or walking the dogs, or raising funds in fundraisers. Or you can also spread awareness about animal torture. So like PETA, it shares their videos and all on their Facebook page. So even if you share that video or something on your own timeline, you're actually trying to create awareness, and that's very important in today's world where animal abuse is taken to be a very sort of not important aspect of life. And a really efficient way of actually spreading awareness would be that to collect information and basic knowledge about animal cruelty related issues, and then you can educate and inform the younger generation. For example, there are kids living in your complexes and colonies, so you can try to inform them, engage them in sort of informal workshops or something if you have the time, and that would actually help to create a lot of awareness and sensitize those children.
Many big corporate companies are required to spend money on social initiatives by law. So, if any company would be interested in taking up an animal welfare initiative in your area in Noida, what can you offer them as implementation partner?
So because we are not currently a registered NGO, so and that's only possible once I'm 18. So what they can actually help us with is such as we're going to conduct a sterilization drive, like a mass sterilization drive, and we have partnered with Friendlycos for that. So each sterilization of one dog, it costs about 1,000 rupees. So if any sort of corporate wants to support us, they can support us through Friendlycos, and that's how like we are raising funds for this sterilization. And also we conduct a lot of animal welfare and environmental workshops across underprivileged schools. And many corporates, like I've with experience, I know that they have adopted a lot of schools and villages around. So a good way of sort of partnering with us could be that they can use our workshops and all, and our workshop design, and inculcate it into the education system of those underprivileged schools or the villages which they have adopted. And a very important and easy way, an easy initiative that they can help us with is our collection drives. So we are currently running a winter collection drive. It's called Hamdardi, and it's across Noida and Delhi for animal shelters. And corporates can help us in the collection drive by like collecting on behalf of us. So for example, from the employees, or if they have other areas where they can collect. So the things that we are collecting are blankets, clothes, animal clothing, bed sheets, rice, dalia, atta, animal toys, anything that will be used to animals. Maybe not in the winter, but specifically we are doing this for the winter. So preferably for the winter months, and definitely they can give us. They can send the collection to our place, or we can get it collected, and then we're going to go across animal shelters and dividing it accordingly as per the donation that's collected.
Right. Okay. As a student, as a young boy, trying to inspire adults, trying to inspire everybody around you to care for animals, what are your biggest challenges, and what is your long-term vision for this campaign that you've initiated?
My biggest challenge, if you see at this point in time, is the time. So I think time for me is the biggest challenge, because being in class 12 and having the assignments and like all my mock exams are coming up in in a month or two, and all of that's trying overlapping with the Voiceless India stuff. So that's I think one very important not an important challenge, but like a very big obstacle that I have to face. But I think I'm trying to squeeze out time from my life so that I can put it into Voiceless India as well as my academics and all. In terms of challenges, actually, I haven't really faced that many challenges while doing my initiatives. And surprisingly, even though when I started it, I used to feel that because of my age, people would not take me seriously. I would not be able to communicate properly with adults who might who may not take me as a reliable person, because I'm just not that old right now. But that actually hasn't happened. It's quite surprising for me that no one has really taken me not seriously. It's like wherever in any underprivileged school and all, they're always ready for these kind of workshops and all, and it's really good to see that. As coming to my long-term vision for Voiceless India, the only vision that I can have is to see that there's no animal cruelty in the world anymore, and we can live a life where environmental sustainability is an important thing. Now, it is not possible for us to, demolish the buildings and then have only parks and all there, but it is possible for us to have a sustainable way of living. in which we encourage recycling, we encourage reusing, reducing all the 5 hours of the that we consider, and there are so many ways of making your life sustainable, reducing your carbon footprint. So I think that's really important for us. And if I come to animal welfare again, welfare is not it's not a duty or a routine or some sort of an activity. It should be a lifestyle which you would want to follow for the rest of your life. So I think that is important, and that is my long-term vision, to see that animals are safe, animals have an equal right to live, and yeah, that's
Ankit, I hope that your long-term vision comes to fruition, and that you have 1 year to go, and then we hope to see a formal, legal version of Voiceless India soon, in which you can formally reach out to bigger enterprises and launch bigger campaigns and have a greater impact, not just in Noida but across NCR. So here's wishing you all the best, and we hope to be in touch with you and check up on you after a year and see what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ankit.